Yeah, we're here at the Digital Hollywood Conference and talking here with Amanda Zwierink of Current TV. Amanda, you guys just started running ads, video ads on some of your content. Talk about the process that went into that and how is that going so far?
Actually, to back up one step further, we chose very carefully not to put any ads on our website at all until recently. So Current, although it's 3 years old, has only had advertising on its website for the last 4 to 6 weeks or so. And we actually made a conscious decision not to have advertising because we were a community-built site. So the entire purpose of Current is for producers to submit their content to us in the hopes that it will make it on TV or just to share it with our community. We recently expanded to allow people to submit content from all over the web, to use a specific clipper tool to get things into our site. But basically everything on our website except for the content created by Current itself is submitted by our users. So we felt that it wasn't right to advertise against them to make money off of them when we were asking them to create all of the content that lived on our site. So not only did we not have video advertising, but we didn't have any advertising at all until recently. So we felt that there was a threshold that we needed to reach. We needed to have a solid community base before we did that.
And how's the community reacting to the ads? I mean, what are the more popular ads? I mean, are people turned off by pre-rolls like they are in so many places? Or?
So a couple of things. One of our user-created programs is actually to create advertising. So we work with sponsors like L'Oreal, Toyota, Sony. We ask them, and we work with their agencies for creative briefs, which we then give to our community, and they in turn make advertising for our clients. So we've always had that on our site, which is different, right, than having banner ads or towers or what have you. And that content is actually some of the most popular content on our site. Our community is really psyched that a brand would turn over the reins to a user base of a website. So that content has always been hugely popular, has always had some of the most comments, the most votes. It ranks right up there for us. But in terms of advertising, the traditional advertising, the overlays, the post rolls, we have a 250 by 250 banner on our homepage, which is actually very minimal compared to other websites. The community is okay with it right now. I mean, we introduced it very, very lightly. We worked with a brand. We actually worked with the Microsoft IM campaign, which actually was a campaign that went toward a good cause, so it felt right for our brand. It wasn't obtrusive, nothing blinked, nothing expanded, nothing was really in your face. And so we really took into consideration how our community would react before we put those ads on our site. So it was about what we expected. The click-throughs are much, much higher than industry averages. The client's really thrilled. So
can you talk about the click-through rates or how you guys are doing?
I can't really share those with you, but they're
good.
Okay,
so it's not just an experiment then. I mean, I guess this is the first that you guys are going to expand this?
It's the first of many. I mean, I actually just got back from a trip where I went around the globe and I talked to our users in the UK and Ireland. I talked to users in Italy. I talked to users here in the States. And we told them we were going to introduce advertising. And, if you ask a user, do you like advertising on websites, they will always say no. But one of the things they did say was that the reason why they felt it was wrong on Current was that we had a certain ethos. So, we are about democratizing media. We give people a chance to say or to talk about things they wouldn't get to talk about anywhere else. So they felt very strongly that if we picked, a big oil brand or we picked, a truck campaign and they were talking about the prices of oil and the environment, that it would feel wrong for our brand. And so we've made a pact with our community. We want to make sure that we're picking sponsors that make sense for our users and that we're not taking on campaigns that don't feel right for our brand. And, 5 years from now, will we still be saying that? It's anyone's guess, but we take our community very, very seriously, and we take our advertisers very seriously, and you can't put things together that don't mix.
Right. Now, how about distribution in terms of where you're trying to get your content in places other than Current TV and in particular mobile?
Sure. So we actually haven't focused on distribution much until very, very recently. Current was founded to sort of break through the barriers of big media, and that's where we focused all of our guns in the early days. But now, like everyone else, we understand that people want to consume that content wherever they are, and they don't really abide by the big media rules of keeping it all to themselves. So we are looking at mobile distribution. One of the things that's great about Current is that all of our content is short form, so the average piece is between 3 to 7 minutes long. We could edit that down into a format that's great for digital, 2 to 5 minutes, so it's nice and bite-sized and people can consume it. So we're definitely looking at that. We have to do something that makes sense for us and that makes sense for our creators. So we're exploring a lot of different options there.
But so no distribution agreements to talk about yet?
We don't have anything we can talk about right now.
Okay, and then last thing, just give us up to date on the number of users or number of videos or page views, stuff like that. Do you guys release those?
So I actually am not able to share numbers right now. Current's in a quiet period for an IPO, so a lot of that data is not something I can share with you. I can tell you that we launched a new version of our website in October of last year. We were at about 250,000 uniques a month, which is so tiny. We were focused primarily on a producer community, so someone who could create the kind of content that was good enough for television. And we've grown 100 times that since we launched our new website. So the numbers are looking really good. I think the last reported data showed us around 4.5 million users. So
when was that?
A lot of good stuff. I believe that was last month that was reported.
Okay.
So.
Okay. All right, Amanda, thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.